All right. It's your boy Fly. Don't forget the intellect. We got 7 in the house.
What up, what up, what up?
It's our first podcast episode.
Word,
Reasonable doubts. Let's get it
word.
started.
We're missing Loke, but he be here next podcast. Y'all,
The,
y'all see him next
the
time.
complete trio isn't here, but we will be fully united next time.
Word.
So we want to talk about some current events, what's going on in the times other than the COVID. So we're gonna put that
Word,
topic
'cause
aside.
COVID been killing the vibe.
The vibe.
So, what's been going on? I know the Tory thing. Tory shot Megan Thee Stallion.
See, I'm not even
Ho-
updated on that, so you gotta fill me in on this one.
Well, we don't know
I'm
if
still on Yeezy, by the way, so let's
yeah,
focus on Toy right now.
we don't know if he shot her. Supposedly he shot her in the feet and in the foot, and because they was having an argument. But I don't know if he really shot her. That's some bitch shit. Like just to pull out a gun on a girl is wild. It's crazy to me. And shoot her at that.
Yeah, that really doesn't make sense.
I
So
mean,
what's the details behind it though? Why is he just both shooters? Some jealousy behind there,
nobody knows.
rage,
And he haven't been on social media since the news broke out. She has,
few entanglements behind that. I mean, that's no reason why you could possibly shoot
bro.
somebody,
They
right?
said there was like a little there was a little thing going on, but I ain't doing that. Chill. That's jail time. Now he facing a whole bunch of charges. I'm not with it. Not for no relationship. I ain't going to jail for no girl
Yeah,
at all.
I think life is a little bit more precious than that. And
Facts.
taking life isn't something that's cool.
Word. And LA dangerous, man. A lot of shit. Every rapper get killed in LA almost. Every time you hear about some shit, it's in LA. And the hills at that. You would never think that area have all that gunplay, but it damn sure do. That's just crazy. Rap. If you want to die and you a rapper, just go to LA. For real, that's crazy. DMX versus Snoop Dogg battle, hit for hit. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I got DMX. DMX got it. Cause when you put on X, you feel like the energy is different. It's like Snoop Dogg is more of a laid back energy, and that's how I feel like Cassidy. I said Cassidy, Fabulous
I feel like if
lost
you
to
got that
Jada Kiss.
hype personality, I mean, you're automatically gonna be on DMX side.
Yeah,
Snoop, you know what I mean? For the LA dudes out there that's real laid back, you might feel Snoop, but this might be some best of both worlds going on there.
yeah, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be the best of both worlds, but I think people's gonna feel X more because of that energy. People like every time a Snoop song come on, you gonna be like, oh shit. But when that X come on, you gonna be like, oh, I
Yeah,
remember this.
it's gonna be like that calm hype, and then just got the
hmm
X where it's like, all right, this is just over the top.
And that's what's gonna take the crowd. That's just what Jada Kiss did to Fabulous. He just kept hitting him with street records that people gonna be like, oh shit. Fab just kept coming on with the slow songs, the slow hits.
What time tonight is that?
It's going on right now. I think it's 8 o'clock. Yeah, it started at 8.
I feel like we should have had that segment moving.
Yeah, but I'm definitely gonna rewatch it.
Yeah, it's definitely something to catch up on.
But definitely, that's history right there. X and fucking Snoop Dogg battling each other hit for hit. That's legendary. That's like Bougie. Bougie said he don't want to battle, man. Bougie should battle somebody. Like the reggae. Sean Paul need to battle somebody.
Don't bring Sean Paul back into
Sean
this.
Paul and
Don't do
Elephant Man. And
that.
Elephant Man. That's a good
That'll
reggae
be heaven
battle.
right
Word.
there.
That's a good battle right there. Hit for hit. I give it to Sean Paul though. Sean Paul got that.
Got the vibes.
Yeah. Facts.
Let's talk about all
Oh.
these entanglements. I mean, I think that's what everybody's mind's at, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
And these entanglements are crazy out here. I feel bad for Will, son.
no, let's be honest here. Let's not talk about just entanglements. I mean, this generation is doing this open relationship stuff left to right. So
Yeah,
let's really hit
that
that
is
topic.
true.
Like,
That is true.
would you really be okay with your girl with another guy just for the weekend?
Nah, chill.
But then let me flip the script. Would you be more mad if she did it and didn't tell you, or would you be less mad if she did it and she was honest with you even before she did it?
Nah, be mad no matter fucking what.
But I hear you. I hear you. But which one would allow you to regain trust again? And I think that's what goes on with
Ain't
the
no
millennials
trust at
generation.
all no more.
But you see what I'm saying? I don't know if that's.
that
I'm
trust,
not saying that I could
that trust,
lend my girl out by any means necessary. That's crazy.
our trust is
But
stuck in an entanglement after that.
yeah, but we got to put some consideration into the reality. A lot of people are just really questioning what was before and what is now. Let's be honest. I mean,
Yeah.
there's not one point in time you ain't seen like a bad shorty. You want to just like pull up on her. I'd rather be able to look at my girl, and be like, look, man.
Haitian men don't cheat. That's one.
You know what I'm saying? We loyal. We sold. It's
That's
the
a
best you're
fact.
gonna get. It never gets any
You
better
gotta
than that.
remember
Date a
that.
Haitian man is gonna make your life, but that's a different episode. Um,
but nah, I don't know, son. I can't be cool with that.
yeah,
The Haitian in me don't want to even be
yeah,
cool with that.
I
Like,
think
you
I think
want to
we're
do
very
what?
territorial, but
Yeah.
I do like honesty, and I think that's
Yeah.
the only thing to be said about it.
More
You know, if she was honest with me, I'm still kicking to the curb, but at least
facts.
we might be able to
Yeah,
be
at least you
friends
told
in a few
me.
years.
You
You know,
feel me? We can have an entanglement,
you know,
but we ain't together after that.
yeah.
After you tell me some shit like that,
Yes.
and you got the nerve to tell me some shit like that, lie to me. Don't let me like.
Yo, you seen the Haitian version of the interview?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You did what?
Yo.
Keep
Oh man, yeah. Facts. That was hilarious.
Yeah, nah, that's a whole crazy thing nowadays though. But I mean, it's definitely current news. A lot of
But
people.
they said they've been doing like the swinging thing or.
You know what? It's not just swinging though. That's why I brought up open relationships because people are just.
Yo, I
love
don't
on
think
blind
I could do an
exclusivity.
open relationship, son. Like it sounds cool, but
I would rather like if we're gonna get back together, let's break up. You do your dirt. And I do my
yeah,
dirt
I don't
because
even want to know though.
yeah, if I gotta know, then it's a problem.
I don't want to know, son, because niggas ask too many questions. I know me. I'm a cancer. I
Like,
want
yo,
to
you
know.
did what? When? Where? Like how? But you did the thing I like.
Facts.
Oh, nah,
Yeah,
that's
facts.
this,
And you can, yeah, and I, bro,
yeah, that's
sucking dick, shit, like, damn.
yeah. You gotta know all the
Like,
details. Like, all right, man. I wish I didn't know.
she gonna hit you with this part of sex, isn't it? Like, I don't want to hear
Or
that.
you just hit it with it's just an entanglement.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Can't do it.
Yeah, nah. That's
Yo, another thing I wanted to talk about was the Nick Cannon, him getting fired from everything. They
Black Lives
literally
Matter.
were.
So
They fired Nick from every show, and they left him what's that shit? The Masked Singer. They took Wildin' Out from him.
Mhm.
Bro, that's crazy. I understand what they said. Like, what are they calling it? They said what he said was racist, and I forgot what it mean, but it was basically creating a fake stigma about like the like Jewish people, and I understand why they're mad, because what he said is basically a watered down version of what Hitler said,
Mhm.
and that's what got 6 million Jews plus killed. So I understand why they mad, but
do you think that they're mad because the Black Lives Matter from Nick Cannon's point of view just was too much for them? You think like that part
It's-
right there was too aggressive for them?
and what he said triggered them to like, yo, we can't let nobody else say that, because that's what Hitler said and got us almost extinct.
Mhm.
So I understand it, but yeah, he said it way too. And then he like basically copied what somebody else was saying, so it wasn't even his thought. He read a book and by somebody and like basically kind of word for word say what they said. So it wasn't even his thought. So that's what made it even worse. So
So do you support his words though? Like I think that
I don't support. I can't support it because I honestly don't too much understand it. I understand the fact that he feels like Jewish people controls money, because that everybody, that's what's been said for years,
Mhm.
is they control the money and other banks, but it's not Jewish people. It was a few families. You can't just because, like, you know how they be saying that every black person act the same. Not every black person's poor. Not every Jewish person's rich.
Hmm.
So if you're saying that all of them control money and money is the root of all evil, that could make people hate Jewish people.
Yeah, but in the same sense, every black person's ghetto, or every black person's a rapper, or every
Yeah,
black person
yeah.
deserves to be tased a beating. So
But and
what's the
then
difference?
another thing is, black people don't have the power though. They have the power to be like, oh, you said this, you're out of here, buddy. They say, look, what kills me is it doesn't kill me because I understand, but uh, they fired him faster than they fired any cop that's killing people in this time, like last week, 2 weeks ago, type shit.
So maybe that should be like an eye opener right there. Maybe African Americans do need to own their own segment, own their own
Yes,
network,
yes,
so
yes.
that the reality could be said without us
It's
just being kicked to the curb.
we need power. I feel like our only power is not it's not that it's a bad power, but it's social media. The moment something goes on social media for black people, it blows up. But if it doesn't, nobody hears about it. Like Nick shit happened like 2 months ago. He said that, but somebody just seen it,
Hmm.
and he's fired that same week. Probably was fired that day, and we found out that week.
I
A
mean,
cop killed somebody. A cop killed. I'm so sorry. I forgot this girl's name. Breonna Taylor killed her in her apartment. They went to the wrong apartment. Number one, didn't really have a warrant, and killed her while she was sleeping. Then, well, and they said she was alive for 5 minutes. Instead of getting her help, they was arresting her husband that shot and wounded one of the officers because he thought it was robbers because they didn't even announce themselves. They just kicked in the door and started shooting, so he shot back.
it's trigger happy.
You feel me? So it's like none of them is fired, but they fired Nick Cannon because he said some racist shit. But these people just killed an innocent female. So it's like we don't have that power to be like, yo, they better be fired right now, or and matter of fact, I feel like we do have the power, but we don't take advantage of it because black people like if literally for a week we say, yo, we're not spending no money,
Hmm.
we will hurt America.
So then let me ask you a question: why isn't there enough of the black reality shows or the rest of the black empowered people standing up for Nick Cannon?
Not all of them is owned by Viacom, what's it called, Viacom, and he owns BET, he owns MTV, he owns VH1. That means he owns all those shows. He owns BET. BET is
Which
not even
is
black owned no more.
which in a sense is just
So
means
they can
control.
the moment somebody says, "Oh, I understand Nick and I'm with him all the way," it's like, "Oh, word,
Challenging our thoughts.
you out of here."
Yeah. So basically, it just sounds like another case of they're scared of
Our,
the uprising.
our power. I feel like every black show needs to quit. Just walk out. Say fuck the money. Walk out and start something new with Revolt Diddy's channel. I feel like that's what needs to happen. That's a black news, black real world. If you like watching that shit, like I like loving hip hop should be on a black owned like network and it's on VH1. Like
So crazy because I'm with you on that, but then some would say what your momentum is facing is basically segregation itself is trying to
it's not
you know
segregation. All right, so what the Jews, I'm sorry, but so what Jews do is segregation because
so I
or
think
what
we should refer to them
Chinese,
as Jewish people,
yeah,
just where the
Jewish people. I'm sorry,
the
but
derogatory norms we don't want for anybody.
that means Chinese people, Asian people. That means that be. That's why I get like I hate when people take being pro black as being pro segregation. I just want my black culture to succeed like everybody else because the Jewish people have their own community. There's a Chinatown in every city or almost every
Hmm.
city in America. In multiple Chinatowns. There's Uptown, the Bronx. You know that for being a Spanish part of town. Where is the black part of town that's profiting and making money because a black dollar don't last in the black community for
Amen.
3 hours.
Yeah.
in the Jewish community, a dollar lasts in that same community for 30 days straight before it leaves that community,
It's very
before it
true.
doesn't touch another Jewish person. So why not be pro-black? Why not shop pro-black? Why not have a black town, or like a Chinatown? Like when I could go to Orlando right now and go to a Chinese plaza, and it's or Asian plaza, and it's the whole thing is ran by their culture. Why don't we have that? And why is it not profiting? Like,
I
there's
think
something wrong with
I
that.
think one of the biggest reasons, and it does suck to say, I think one of the biggest reasons that black people in itself, we've been fighting for so long, each of us as a whole and individually.
Mm-hmm.
So coming together is so hard because we've been fighting a battle around us, daily. And now that we see that, hey, look, they're coming after us individually. I think it's time for us to start thinking, look, we need to unite and
Get together. We
put
need
it
to,
aside because at the end of the day, we're all fighting the same battle.
like I seen a Haitian lady being harassed at a gated community. Like, we need our own fucking gated
Yeah.
communities. Like, they need to be a gated community. I seen you go to you go to Brooklyn, 6-10 block radius is
Just,
Jewish people.
I don't know when last time you went to Brooklyn, but Brooklyn is no more.
More. Yeah, exactly.
Gentrification has
It's
taken over the Brooklyn.
so why don't we have the black gated communities?
Well, if you go
Like,
to places like Texas, like I was saying before, I mean, there's a
hmm
lot of that. There's a
so
lot of
we need
black
we need that
success.
shit in every state, just like every other culture, and we can't keep letting people's uh like mix our words up when we're say we're pro black to being racist. Just because I'm pro black and want to only do business with I not only do business with black people, but I want to help my people more. There's no reason why I shouldn't help my people more because, like, the Spanish community, like we deal with the cars and the houses. Like, you can't even really buy a car from another race. Like, some of them don't even want to sell you cars
And
sometimes. Am
unfortunately,
I
that's a
lying?
very true thing.
They don't want to even
It's a
sell you
very true
cars
thing.
sometimes. So it's like because they want to keep it their in their like,
Or they
and
just don't
there's
like it.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But when a black person want to do that, that's when people see something wrong with it. And I don't like that.
I think we need to talk less and do more. I think I do support Black Lives Matter, but instead of talking about it, like you said, sometimes if we need to just stop spending money in a community, a
Yeah,
specific community, and spend our own, let's just do it instead of saying it.
yeah,
I think they'll notice the change.
and Black Lives Matter, but I feel like Black Lives Matter should be fighting for that newborn that got killed by a black person in Brooklyn. I feel like Black Lives Matter shouldn't only be said when it's a white person killing a black person or a cop killing a black person. It should be said when a black person kill a black person too because black life still matters.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't like about that whole Black Lives Matter thing because it's only said when a black baby got killed by a black man. Like, that baby's life still mattered. Like, nobody, Black Lives Matter didn't protest for that. They should have had a protest for that.
Yeah, it's taken so many various ways. I mean, I have friends, and I don't judge anybody. I have friends even on social media that I notice that'll purposely post stuff where a black person was in fact wrong,
Mhm.
and they whatever they deserve to be cuffed, maybe not beaten, but they'll purposely put this out there not to support Black Lives Matter, just to show that, hey, look, they're bad too. It's not to say
Yeah.
that all black people are good or everything, but police brutality and
Mhm.
over exhausting force it's a thing, and
Yeah.
that goes across all boards and all races.
That definitely needs to change. And I feel like the only way that's gonna change with the police is you can't take a you can't take Bob that grew up in the widest community and just drop him in the middle of Melbourne, Florida. Like, that's just like uh black Americans. You walk into a Haitian house, everybody's talking aggressive, and they could be just joking around,
We just don't
and
get it.
you think they're fighting. You just don't get it. You don't. We're both black. but we're both African, from different parts of the world. But you're not gonna get like how we talk to each other. So you can't take. And I said we're both African because I will say a white person and a black person, black American, is both American. There's two Americas. There's that side. There's this America. As much as nobody want to believe it,
Mm-hmm.
you can't drop somebody from the good part of America to patrol the bad side of America. Of course, he's gonna get angered fast
Yeah, all day long.
and don't know how these people talk. Like he's not used to it.
Yeah. Just like if you take a cop that was born and raised in the hood and you put him back in the hood, before he goes and kills that black kid
He knows his
for
parents.
doing even if the black kid was wrong,
Hmm.
he's gonna try to talk to him. He might put him in juvenile detention. He
Yeah,
might give him an opportunity to rebuild himself, but he's not gonna go quick to shoot
shoot
that
him.
black kid because he knows that black kid probably didn't come from a good background, doesn't know any better, and probably just wants to eat.
Yeah, exactly.
So it does make sense. You gotta put communities with the right people, and I
Or at
think
least train them. Train them in the community that they're going to patrol. Don't
yeah,
just drop them in there like fucking what's that movie called with Denzel? Like don't just drop the white dude in the hood and think shit ain't gonna
yeah.
go
All
right.
he knows is that if somebody's robbing a store, he's gonna shoot because he's just not used to people robbing a store.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, like,
it's definitely something that has to be thought. So catch you guys next time. A reasonable doubt. Keep your thoughts open.
word.